Hi everyone, so today I'll be talking about my favorite place. My favorite place is Munising, Michigan. It's in the UP, so you have to take the Mackinac Bridge to get up there. I don't know if any of you have ever been to the UP. I hope you have, but there's 4 places that I'm going to recommend if you haven't yet gone. The first I'm going to recommend is the Pictured Rocks. So the Pictured Rocks is a whole bunch of cliff formations lined up with Lake Superior. You can either hike out there, which takes a while, or you can take a tour boat, which brings you right on the edge of all of the cliffs and explains what all of them mean and how long they've been there and all of the different minerals that come out. And when the minerals do come out of the cliffs, it does look like someone painted on the side of the cliff. And a lot of them almost have what look like different pictures. So some of them look like horses running through fields or people shooting buffalo, and then one of the rock formations actually looks like an Indian face. So it's a beautiful view on the boat. Sometimes you do get splashed with water, so be prepared for that. The second place I'm going to tell you about is the Log Roll. So the Log Roll is like a 600-foot sand dune that goes out into Lake Superior, and from the top it looks like a straight down shot, but you can actually go down and come back up. But it's usually only little kids that do that because they have the most energy. For someone my age or someone older than me, it takes about 45 minutes to get from the bottom to the top. And if you get stuck at the bottom and you have to call the Coast Guard to come get you with a helicopter, it's actually a $500 fee. So for me, it's worth staying at the top and enjoying the beautiful view of the bright blue water. The third place I'm going to tell you about is Sable Falls. So it's right down the street from the Log Roll, and when you go there, it's 168 steps down to Lake Superior, and you get to see the giant fall that goes from the top of the cliff all the way down. So pretty much every step you take is a different view of this beautiful waterfall. And then when you come to the bottom, there's a little creek, and to the left there's another big sand dune that you can go up, but it isn't nearly as tall as the Log Roll is. So when you go to the top, the view is absolutely gorgeous, but you are going to get sand in your shoes, so be prepared for that. And then in order to get out of Sable Falls, you have to go back up those 168 steps I told you about earlier. So make sure you wear tennis shoes and you drink an energy drink or coffee that morning, because if you don't, you're definitely not gonna have enough energy to do all of that. And the final place that I like going when I'm in the UP is the Bear Trap. So the Bear Trap is a old restaurant that has been there for the longest time. It is the head of all of the snowmobile trails. So when you come out of all the snowmobile trails in Munising, it leads you straight to this restaurant, and you can go in, and the owner makes homemade pasties. What pasties are is almost like a pot pie, but it doesn't have chicken. It's beef and carrots and onions, and it's wrapped in like that normal dough that a pot pie is wrapped in, and then you put gravy on top of it, and it's one of the UP's signature dishes, and it's delicious. When you go inside the Bear Trap, there's a whole bunch of mounted animals, so like deer heads and geese and giant birds and fish on the walls. So I think my favorite animal that's in the Bear Trap, which might sound kind of weird, but my favorite is the mountain goat. So there's a story behind the mountain goat that's inside the Bear Trap, and it was actually shot by the owner when he was 23, and it was the last mountain goat shot in the Pictured Rocks. So the walls in the Bear Trap tell this man's story, and unfortunately he's battling cancer right now, so he's selling this restaurant. And while me and my family were up in the UP this past summer, we actually thought about buying it, but it's kind of unrealistic, because why would we throw everything away we have down here to move to the UP, other than being away from civilization, which I wouldn't mind so much, but it is kind of unrealistic. Anyway, those are the 4 places that I love enjoying while I'm in the UP, and I hope you enjoy them too if you ever get the chance to go. That's my favorite place.